Hello my lovelies and welcome to today's reading. Today's topic is going to be about your dreams. What are your dreams trying to tell you? To be honest, I was not meant to do this one. I was supposed to be a completely different topic, but I don't know, I've been having weird dreams lately, and I don't know if some of you have been experiencing the same thing, and I thought it could be a very interesting topic. It's not something that I, obviously, it's my third reading on this channel, but, it's not even a topic that I see often on different tarot channels. But yeah, I really hope this is going to be a nice one, and it's going to give you clarity and that you're gonna enjoy the topic. So yeah, let's pull 3 cards. So we're gonna choose from 3 piles as always, but pile number 1, please. What are their dreams trying to tell you? What are their dreams trying to tell pile number 1? Oh, okay, we got, oh my god, we got 3 cards. I think I should take them. So let's see, we got pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So take as much time as you need. You can pause the video if you wish, but if you want, we can do a little, like a short meditation, just 3 deep breaths. Okay, let's just start with the first breath. Let's inhale one more time. Yeah, let's inhale with our nose and exhale with our mouth one last time. So, yeah, we'll see you in your readings. Bye. Hi, pile number 1. So you've chosen this card. It's actually really gorgeous. It's the Dream Decoder deck from, Teresa Chung. So she did the text, and the illustrations were made by Harriet Lee Marion. I hope I've pronounced the name properly, but yeah, this is a gorgeous deck, and I've had this for quite a while now, but I haven't used it as much for my own personal readings. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what you've got. So books, writing, words. Books in a dream may symbolize a search for knowledge. If lots of books appear, perhaps you're letting details obscure the bigger picture, or being abstract or theoretical when you do better to be practical. Sorry, my nose is a bit blocked, that's why I sound a bit funny, but I'll try to speak as clearly as I can. If you're reading a book, you may be on a quest for personal development. If the subject of a book is apparent, it's likely to be significant. As a warning or encouragement related to that theme. For example, a travel guide could reflect an urge to see more of the world, or to get away from home, or a fear of losing your way. If you're searching for a book, this can indicate over-reliance on others' opinions. If your writing or writing materials are apparent, again, the dream may be urging you to come to your own conclusions. Specific words written down or in print usually require self-analysis before the meaning dawns on you. Look out for ambiguities. Okay, that's very interesting. So there's a lot of about personal development and how you need to rely on your own intuition, on your own knowledge, and rely less on other people. You know, maybe it's that thing of your dream. Maybe you're in a period of stagnation, or you're at a crossroad and you're trying to find answers. But this card is suggesting that you already have the answers. You know, you already have the answers you seek. Your intuition, you know, you have a very strong intuition in that sense. And yeah, okay, so let's draw some tarot cards. Okay, so what are your dreams trying to tell you, pile number one? What are your dreams trying to tell you? Oops. Okay, I'm feeling these ones. We got the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. Okay, a lot of wands, a lot of fire energy. So you might be a fire sign, or you have a lot of fire placements in your chart. Okay. And wands are really about, you know, action, taking action. So maybe, you know, your dreams are urging you to take action based on your, you know, based on your intuition. We got the 9 of Cups. What else? What are your dreams trying to tell you, pile number one? Okay, and we've got Judgment. I usually don't take reversals. I mean, I do take, if you watch my previous reading, yeah, I've mentioned that I don't take reversals unless I feel called to do it. Right now, not really. So we'll just take uprights. Okay. What are your dreams trying to tell you, pile number one? Oops. Okay. We've got the hangman. We've got the devil. Oh, the Tower. We've got the 2 of Cups. And finally, we've got 2 cards actually. The 4 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, very interesting. I'm really sorry about this glare. I'll try to stand here to see if, no, it doesn't make a lot of difference. I'm sorry, I'll have to do something about the light situation soon, but it's not something that I can do today because I need the light for the reading. It's nighttime here, so I'll find something. Sorry about that. Actually, yesterday when this happened, when I filmed the other reading, I actually just moved them a little bit. It seems to be working, so I'll just do that for the time being. Sorry, pile number one. Oh no, it's doing the same thing. Okay, I'll just do that. But then my perfectionism is, I don't like it because I feel there's a, you know, it's not aligned, so... Okay, I'm just gonna leave that here. Okay, so yeah, maybe you're and your sorry and your bottom deck is the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm all over the place, so maybe that's what your dreams are as well. They're very much all over the place, you know. Sometimes you can't really make sense of it. So yeah, it seems that you're at a crossroad, or you have to take a decision. And, you know, I think you don't really know where to go. It seems like you're trying to go one way or the other. Maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, you know. But I think your dreams, I think at first your dreams are not very indicative of you need, of being, I feel like your dreams are just not really being coherent. You know, because sometimes you have a dream and then you wake up and you're like, oh my god, this is what it means. Or, but I think your dreams are a bit more confusing, or a bit more, or maybe you don't really know how to interpret your dreams. That's why you're here, you know, so I can give you some guidance. But it still feels that your dreams are not very suggestive of the choice that you have to make or where to go. Because I think, you know, the dreams is a reflection of your subconscious, and I think your subconscious here is telling you that there's probably, maybe not for all of you, but for a few of you, for a percentage of you, there is probably no right or wrong answer. Maybe that's why your dream is not telling you, oh, you should pick this. But I think for maybe others of you, you probably have this feeling of, oh, I'm sure there's a right answer, and I need to pick the right thing. So maybe you're just being a little bit on edge lately because of you feeling a little bit lost. You know, I think it's up to you, really, pile number one, and I think you've got all the answers you need. That's where this card came in, you know. If you're searching for a book, this can indicate over-reliance. Sorry. If you're searching for a book, this can indicate, I'm so sorry, pile number one. Okay, bear with me, because I'm literally just, it's my third video, so I'm trying to, you know, okay, sorry. I hope it stays on focus. Okay. If you're searching for a book, this can indicate over-reliance on others' opinion. If you're writing materials or a parent, again, the dream may be urging you to come to your own conclusions. Okay. Self-analysis. Okay. Look out for ambiguities. Yeah, there's that feeling of you already know the answer deep within you. You know what choice is right. Okay. You know your intuition is literally telling you, but it's very hard to listen to your intuition, because the intuition is that very quiet voice, is the little nudges, you know, oh, maybe this would be the right path. But your intuition is very quiet. That's why usually when you meditate, you get the answers, or you listen to a song, or you watch a movie, and this is when many messages come, you know, you hear a lot of messages. It does happen for me a lot of the time. It's because, you know, your intuition is picking up on messages, and you're like, oh, yeah, that is probably the right thing to do, or oh, that's probably a message, you know, things like that. So maybe that is one. I mean, you have a few ways of connecting to your intuition: meditation, listening to music, movies, anything that would work for you, because, you know, you have different ways. Even if you read your own tarot, maybe you'd be able to find the answers you seek. But I think, you know, it's really an inward kind of search, because this card is urging you to look within and not to listen too much to people's opinion, because I think what you might be doing, you might be influenced by people's opinion, people's judgment. Oh, this would be nice, don't do this, don't, you know, do that instead. And, you know, I think obviously everybody is entitled to their own opinions, their own judgment, you know, but this is your life, and you need to be able to make this decision for you, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to live with it. Okay. Yeah, I actually want to pick up some cards to tell, so just to be because I kind of want to, you know, I'm very nosy, as you can tell, doing all these readings, but I want to know what choices you're faced with, pile number one. What is this choice that you're faced with? It can be one, it can be multiple, but, you know, is it a love, is it a person that you're trying to choose from, a career path? You know, maybe you're moving out, maybe you're trying to, you know, let's see, we've got the Apprentice of Cups. The Apprentice is the Page of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, I think for me cups is still emotion. So maybe, you know, maybe you're stuck between Three of Cups. Yeah, maybe it's a love, you know, maybe you're hesitating between two people, or you know, either I should be with this person or this other person, or this person's better for me. Because for me the Three of Cups is making me think of a love triangle. You know, you've got two people you're interested with and you're not sure which one is the right person for you. Or maybe you're with one person now and then someone from your past is trying to, you know, is coming back, basically. Yeah, it's oh, sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Okay. Yeah, I think for the majority of you, it's a love reading. Okay, maybe a few of you has a choice in a career, maybe, you know, but it's definitely a choice. You know, from the beginning I've been seeing this Three of Cups, very indicative of, you know, having multiple options. In a sense, Three of Cups can also mean, like I said, love triangle. But I mean, I'm not saying this has happened to you, but, you know, having an affair or something like that. But this might not be your case, because I've not picked that up, but this is the interpretation of the card. But, you know, if something like that has happened, I'm really sorry. And as a personal opinion, I would advise you to not stay with that person if something like that happened. But again, you know, you're entitled to your to make your own choices. Anyway, I'm digressing a little bit because I've not picked up on affairs, but, you know, I want the best for you. Pile number 1. Okay, so yeah, definitely, you know, for the majority, it's a love choice, you know, a choice about love. But yeah, I think you already know within yourself. You know, the Two of Cups, I actually missed this card. It's so weird, I was looking at the bigger picture. But, you know, yeah, the Two of Cups is here with the Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh, it was here from the beginning. I didn't see it. See, it's the same thing when your intuition. It's like the answer is staring at you in your face. You know who you should choose, but then, you know, it feels like you're being like, oh no, but the other person is this and the other person is that. So, you know, we've got the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups. This is literally, when these are paired together, this is literally your dream person, the one, your soulmate, the person you've made, you know, you've dreamed about, the person that ticks all your all the boxes. You know, it just fits your desires, what you want. And yeah, so you already know pile number 1. I think there's no question about this, but you just need to quiet your mind to come to the realization here with judgment. We've got another Three of Pentacles. So yeah, there's definitely something about, you know, listening to intuition. And I also feel, because I was looking, to be honest, I usually am very attentive to details, and I look at each card and, oh, this is paired with this. But I was looking at the big picture, and I think this is probably what you're doing. You're looking at the big picture, and I think maybe one way as well to listen to your intuition is to see the little details, or even, you know, see the little things that that person is doing, the person you're meant to be with. You know, they're doing something a bit, you know, they're doing a bit more. You know, be attentive to the details. And, you know, there's definitely one person that will stand out from the other, you know, definitely. What else? Let's pull are there any information? So this is the Green Witch Oracle. What are your dreams trying to tell you? Pile number 1. What are your dreams trying to tell you? Oops. Lavender, tranquility, kindness, self-care. Yeah, this is definitely linked to you listening to your intuition, you know. And then we've got your bottom deck, moss agate, positivity, change. So yeah, there is this feeling of, if to be able to listen to your intuition, you have to be you know, you need to listen to that quiet voice, be tranquil, you know. Tranquil, I'm not sure it's a word, but you know, stay in this tranquility. And you know, maybe meditate with crystals, maybe meditate in nature. You know, sometimes going in nature allows you to ground yourself really well. You know, walk barefoot on the ground, maybe hug a tree, you know, pet your pet. There are different things that you can do that can help you make the right decision. And to be honest, this would apply to different areas of your life as well, not just this one, because you know, you will always face choices and options in your life. And I think, you know, if you master this skill, because it is actually a skill. A lot of people think we all are intuitive beings. We all are intuitive, okay? But knowing how to listen to your intuition and acting on it is a totally different thing. You know, it's a bit like a skill that you need to master. So you know, yeah, if you're able to do this now, I think in the future you'll be able to make decisions even better, and you'll choose what is meant for you. Yeah, so let me pull one last card. So this is some gratitude cards. I thought, you know, what are your dreams? Probably, you know, a bit out of theme, out of context with your reading, but you know, maybe there's a message in there. But you know, what are your dreams? Trying to, you know, how do I phrase this? What are your dreams? Trying to, no, sorry. What should you be grateful for according to your dreams? Okay, I'm sure there's a simpler way to phrase this, but I don't know, I'm having a little brain fog. Sorry, pile number one. Okay, so there are people, oh my gosh, you've got this card. There are people who have loved us even though we didn't totally deserve their affection or devotion. Oops. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a love reading. I mean, all these cards for gratitude, and there's only a few about love, and you've got the love card. So there's definitely a love choice. But you know, okay, pile number one, you know, there's no question about it. You already know who that person is. But yeah, like I said, look for little details as well. You know, there's one person that is doing a bit more or doing the right things, little things that actually make your heart grow fonder for them. There is definitely one person in there that is meant for you. Okay, but yeah, I think this is your reading, pile number one. I hope this brought you clarity. Sorry for the brain fogs, and sorry for my weird voice. My nose is a bit blocked, but yeah, I hope you'll be able to make the right choice. I know you will, because you already know your intuition is, you're very intuitive. It's just a question of how you're going to listen to it, how you're going to understand your intuition. But yeah, I'm really glad that you stopped here, pile number one, and that you're watching my readings. And yeah, I hope to see you very soon in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number two, and welcome to your reading. You chose this card. It's the Dream Decoder card deck. Sorry. So yeah, the imaging is gorgeous. The illustration was made by Teresa Chung, and the text was made by Teresa Chung. and the illustration by Harriet Lee Marion, if I'm pronouncing their names correctly. But yeah, okay, let's see. Looks like, you know, workplace or something. Okay, being at work. Okay, there we go. Okay. I apologize in advance because my nose is a bit blocked, so and a bit runny as well, so my voice is a bit weird today, so bear with me, please. Not surprisingly, since most of us spend so much time working, dreams about work are common. If the dream features a job that isn't yours, it isn't urging you to make a career change. Instead, it's using symbolism to highlight a characteristic you need to integrate in your personality. Being a writer may suggest you need to extend your communication skills. Being a teacher, that you aren't explaining matters well enough to others. If the dream is about your job or workplace, it will often focus on what you find unsatisfactory or what you'd change if you had sufficient self-knowledge to identify the problem. If you are performing a mindless task or being overwhelmed with a giant in tray, you may feel you're losing identity at work. You might need to assert your needs more. If you're on a treadmill, this could relate to a non-work context, even to a relationship. Okay, very interesting. So yeah, definitely, you know, you might be dreaming about work or your workplace, or you know, having to take a test. This is a dream that I actually do quite often. I mean, I haven't had this dream in a little while now, I mean a few months, but there was these recurrent dreams about having to take a test, and you know, the test is literally the next day and I'm not prepared, or I have such little time to prepare, things like that. So you might be having dreams about tests as well, you know, school, if you're still at school, or even going back to school, because I'm not studying anymore. I finished uni and all this, and school as well, but these are the dreams that keep coming back for some reason. You know, it's that thing of, you know, feeling unprepared, and in that case, you know, they talk a lot about feeling not being satisfied with your situation, you know, or having to affirm yourself a bit more in your place of work. Maybe feeling overwhelmed as well. You know, it's true that when you dream about work, maybe you have a lot of you're very busy, so you know, you just feel like you don't have time for anything, you don't have time for yourself, you know, because obviously work, or even school or uni, all this, they're very stressful situation, you know, and you know, they take a lot of your time. But okay, let's ask the tarot. Okay, we've got the Oracle of Pentacles, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely something about work or career, you know, different from pile number one. Pile number one had a love reading. Okay, we got the Six of Pentacles. But regardless, maybe there's a few percentage of you that, you know, where, you know, it's, I mean, to be honest, no, I don't think it's a love reading in this one. I think even if, you know, the majority, I think all of you are dealing with a work situation. But let's see. We never know how these readings might turn out. Okay, so we've got the Elder of Pentacles. The Elder is, I believe, the King of Pentacles. I really love this deck. It's the Everything You Do Is Magic. I can't remember who it's from, but it's yeah, it's Everything You Do Is Magic. The Star. What are your dreams trying to tell you, pile number 2? We've got the Champion of Pentacles. The Champion is the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Wands. Really apologize about my nose. Okay. We've got the Two of Cups. What else? What are your dreams trying to tell you, pile number 2? We've got the sun card. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. That is a unicorn in the sun with a field. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. It's the first time that I'm using this deck, and it's really magical. And I love how, you know, how weird it is, because it's a lot of collage as well. So it looks very psychedelic, trippy, and I think it would be, I thought it would be very you know, fitting for this type of reading, because dreams sometimes can be very weird. A lot of symbolism as well in this deck. Okay, right. Yeah, I think, sorry about the glare. As I said to pile number 1, I can't do anything about it today, but yeah, I'll try to fix it at some point. Really sorry. You have to bear with me, pile number 2. It's my third reading on this channel, so I'm still learning, and you know, I know one day I'll find the perfect setting and all this. Okay. Oh my god, this, if you haven't seen, this is a raccoon. Yeah, with all the elements. Sorry, yeah, the magician. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Right. And your bottom deck. Oh, we had a flipper. A flipper is what I call a card that flipped inside the deck. I don't know if there's a technical term for it, but I usually call this a flipper. So we got the Fool. Okay, I'll keep it. Okay. And your bottom deck is the 10 of Pentacles. If this wants to focus. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Okay. So, pile number 2. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of career. I mean, maybe, you know, I think maybe you're asking a question about whether the career path you're on, or whether the course you're doing, whether you're on the right path, whether this is what's going to, you know, give you your happy ending at work. You know, the 10 of Pentacles is, you know, security. It can mean generational wealth as well. You know, 10 of Pentacles is a lot about financial stability, and I think you're wondering whether you made the right career path, or whether the new job that you took is the right one for you, you know, all this. Yeah, so I think your dreams are trying to talk about that. Or maybe, you know, like I said before, maybe you feel unprepared at work, you feel a bit overwhelmed, you know, things like that. But I think your reading is deeply centered around work. Yeah, so I think, to be honest, I think the majority of you've made the right choice, because we got the 10 of Pentacles as your bottom deck. We're ending with the Magician and the Star and the Sun. You have all the most beautiful cards, okay? Especially about career. These are cards about success. Yeah, you got the Sun, the Magician, the Star, the 10 of Pentacles, the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Excuse me? You got the King and a Queen of Pentacles. If this is a question about whether you choose the right path in your career, yes, you have. Okay, Banutu, there's no doubt, there's no nothing. You've got the 6 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands. You got the Knight of Pentacles. Like, please get out of here. Honestly, it is such a good reading for a career reading. Even for a love reading, it's very positive. But maybe you doubt yourself too much, or maybe something happened at work that made you doubt whether you're doing the right thing. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's a co-worker feud, but if it is, I'm really sorry that this is happening. And you know, if it really is, then maybe just try to address it to HR or the right people, you know. But I think for the majority of you, it's whether you're doing the right, you're in the right career path. But I think you are, pile number 2. There's all your cards are very positive, and I think you're a bit of a perfectionist as well. I think you want everything to be done perfectly. You have this plan set out in your head. I'm going to do this and that. A lot of earth energy as well. It's the earth signs that are very focused on their career. They plan ahead. They have all this ideas about their career. So I think you're one of these person, but maybe you doubt yourself too much. And I think a lot of people who are very good at what they do doubt themselves. That's where you get that perfectionist energy. It's because someone who's perfectionist is always going to be, oh, this can be better, always questioning, always analyzing and trying to see whether this is the best thing ever for them. So I think this is how you are as a person, and you probably are like that in any other it could have been a love reading. You would have been like, oh, is this person the right person? Because this was pile number 1's reading. But your reading is, there's this perfectionist energy that is exuding, it's very, very strong. But I think, you're doing everything in the right way, pile number 2. And I think we're digressing a little bit from what your dreams are trying to say, because I think this is a very important topic for you. But I think your dreams, maybe this career is a dream job, or you're planning to get your dream job and you're asking yourself whether this is the right way of doing it. But I think whatever you're doing, the cards are saying that yes, you are on the right path. Every step that you're taking is is what's going to take you to your dream job, to success at work, to having all this money, to have this high position in the company. All these things that you're doing right now, all the little steps that you may think are insignificant, are actually taking you to your destination. So I wouldn't worry, honestly. I really wouldn't worry. So I think what you need to do is just keep doing what you're doing, keep being perfect at what you do, but keep having this curious energy about you. I think this is the biggest advice, because you're doing everything well, but I think, I'm not saying that you're doing this, but maybe a few of you, or but this is the advice that I'm getting from your spirit guides. It's keep being curious, because sometimes you're really good at what you do. Even if you question whether this is the right path or not, you're really good at what you do. You're really passionate about what you do. So you need to be able to keep that interest, because the destination is amazing, but you might have a long way to go, or you may be just getting started. I think for most of you, you're just getting started. You got a long way to go. And I think with a Fool, because it's easy to get discouraged, you shouldn't forget about your passion and about what made you go into this path in the first place. Maybe some of you want to be doctors because you want to save people's lives, you want to help them, you care for people. Maybe others of you want to be artists because you love art and you have a passion for the arts. I wouldn't say beauty, maybe some of you, but this is another debate, because art is not beauty, especially not anymore with the contemporary world. But obviously that's another question, that's another debate. But you maybe, you love finding meaning in everything. That's an artist perception. Whatever career path you're on, I think you need to remember that why you went in this career in the first place, why you chose this in the first place, even if it's a course, even if it's uni, school, whatever. You chose this path for a reason, and you need to remember it, and you need to keep a little journal, a little diary about a little question that you have. Oh, why is this like this in this career path, or little research, find like a journal paper, readings about it, books about this career path. Talk to people who are really good at what they're doing in this path. So just try, and you need to keep yourself interested, okay? Because career is one of these things that you never really, obviously you will have people that are really good, like masters, or people who have higher levels, but you always learn, and careers always change. You need to keep up with it. So that's the biggest advice. Just do a little research, even ask ChatGPT. Okay, what are the main topics about this career? What are questions like that I can explore that can make this career path even more interesting? How can I get to this position quicker? How can I, is there a good blog for it? YouTube videos, anything. Okay. Yeah, I have lost track of time because the time is actually hidden. I mean, because on the camera, because it's on the, so I'm not sure how long it's been, so I'm gonna have to like come back, so bear with me, okay? Okay, I'm back. It's been 17 minutes, so we're doing good on time. Okay, let's ask the Green Witch Oracle cards what other advice your dreams are trying to tell you, what other messages your dreams are trying to tell you. Ooh, we've got the Sun. Okay, twice, please. This is a double confirmation that you're on the right path. Whatever career path you're on, pile number 2, this is what you're meant to do. You were born to do this, and obviously other things, obviously, but this is what you were meant to do as a career in this lifetime, okay? Or if it's a course, okay, you were made to do this course, but I think this is deeper than that. You have a good affinity with whatever subject this is, and regardless of what has happened, maybe you had a bad grade, maybe the teacher is not good, maybe the boss is horrible, maybe you have these all these doubts, okay? But regardless of what it is, you're on the right path, and whatever you're doing it perfectly. You're going to find a way to get to your, to climb the ladder of success, as they say with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, pile number 2, you are on the right path. So the Sun, we've got healing energy, happiness, comfort, and joy. Comfort is a big one. Comfort, finding comfort in, comfort, but being comfortable in your work, being comfortable enough to have, comfortable in money, comfortable in your career. Okay. Oh my gosh, please. We've got Mint, abundance, persistence, and proliferation. Okay, abundance is coming back, money is coming back. Okay, so I think a lot of you are doing something that's going to get them a lot of money, or you might be getting a lot of abundance in something else, like you're passionate about something. Even if it doesn't give you a lot of money, it gives you your soul, your heart, your mind something to be happy about, something to be grateful for. Doing something that you're passionate about is so, it's that thing where it's very underrated. Oh no, money is important. Obviously money is really important, but doing something that you love, that is amazing. That is a blessing. Okay. I think you need to ponder on that, pile number 2. A few of you, there's money involved, others is more passionate. Maybe that's the big question that some of you are asking as well. I'm passionate about this, but is it going to get me a lot of money? Am I going to be able to live with this? But I think being passionate about your job is very important, but obviously that's another question that you can ask ChatGPT. Okay. how can you make money in that career path? There's so many ways now, and you're not limited to, for example, tarot readings. You know, before social media and all this, it would have been much harder to make a living out of it. I mean, I'm not saying you get loads of cash, okay, but you can if you know how to, you know, if you have YouTube, if you have TikTok, Instagram, if you do private readings as well, you have ways, you know, you have ways of getting money out of it, you know. So there's so many ways now, pile number 2. You just need to ask the right question, find the right answers, talk to people as well. Talk to people who are doing this and ask for advice. You know, a lot of people, you'd be surprised at how many people want to help. You know, we think usually when it's advice related to career, a lot of us think that, oh, people are going to be closed off, it's competition everywhere, a lot of people want to help. A lot of people are kind like that, and they just, you know, and I think it's very strange, you know, as well, to not want to help someone else. Oh, because I want to keep all the success for myself. Like, why? You know, that's where all competition comes as well. If everybody is successful, if everybody is happy where they are, there's no competition. You know, it's just strange, people who don't want to help. But I'm digressing again. A lot of people want to help out, pile number 2. You just need to ask the right questions to the right people. Let's ask one more card, and this is actually the gratitude card. I think it's from the School of Life. These are very small, cute cards, and you know, it's what are your dreams asking you to be grateful for, basically. But for pile number 1, it was a different, you know, it was not really being grateful, it was a confirmation. But we'll see about how it goes for you, pile number 2. Okay, we can make a huge difference to someone's day by, it's not focusing, okay, by a small, effortless gesture of kindness. Okay, so it's, you know, it's related to what I said. A lot of people want to help, you know, so maybe you need to get out your shell and ask people about, you know, to ask for advice. Or maybe you've got this teacher or this professor, whoever, you know, that you can ask, this friend. You know, there's always one friend or one person in the classroom that's sitting at the front and taking all the notes. I'm sure they'd love to help, okay? And if you're that person, honestly, bravo, this is great, because I've never really been the nerd. I mean, I'd love to be a nerd, but I mean, I'm not saying, okay, because I don't know if nerd has because for me, nerd doesn't have a negative connotation. Okay, I'm a straight A student, but I've always struggled with sitting in front of the class and just typing. I've always sat at the back, you know, but yeah. I'm really sorry if I offended a few people. I didn't mean it in the wrong way. For me, I meant, you know, someone who's very into their studies and, you know. But yeah, okay, I really hope I haven't offended some of you. Okay, a few times we really felt understood. Yeah, it's really about connecting to the people who are doing that job, pile number 2. Really, you know, trying to connect, trying to find answers. But you're definitely on the right path. I think right now it's about networking. You know, I think that's what your dreams are trying to tell you. And if you feel overwhelmed as well, too much work, don't be scared to ask for some help. You know, it can be your colleague, it can be your classmate, be like, okay, or even your teacher, even your boss, you know, because I know not all bosses are nice. You know, some of them are very, you know, in my previous job, I had this one boss who was very, you know, she was not mean or anything, okay? She was just very serious. She barely talked to us. You know, she was just here to supervise and to see whether the job was done right. And then she left, and then she, you know, she would leave for her office. But I do understand if your boss is not someone who can really appreciate that you're having a bit of difficulties, that you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. But I'm sure there's a colleague, you know, that can help you out, a classmate that can help you out, a teacher. Usually teachers are more understanding as well. So do definitely ask for help on number 2. Don't stay in your in that, you know, don't stay like this. I'm sure a lot of people would want to help. Okay, so that was your reading, pile number 2. I hope this brought you some clarity, and I hope that now you know that, you know, you're in the right path, you know. But yeah, this was an amazing reading, and yeah, I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose this card. Looks like a phone. Okay. Maybe some of you haven't noticed. Okay, we got cell phones. A phone represents your ability to communicate. So if in a dream you're having technical problems with your phone, or are unable to get a signal, or you've left it at home or lost it, perhaps you're unable for some reason to get your message across in waking life. Alternatively, there might be someone who isn't being clear. Be sure to bear in mind the possibility that this person is you. Perhaps you need to be more honest or direct. If a text or email appears in your dream, this may be a symbol of fast communication. Your unconscious may be urging you to move forward without delay on a project or resolution of some kind. Dreams about texting may also indicate a need or desire to be more direct, or conversely, an anxiety that plain speaking runs the risk of revealing some uncomfortable truths. Okay, compared to the 2 other piles, I'm having a big blank at the minute, so let's ask the tarot. But there's definitely something about getting a message through. Let's see. Some kind of, you know, maybe you're feeling lost, you know, maybe you're dreaming about a phone, and, you know, honestly, I've never, oops. Okay, we've got the 2 of Swords. I'm not feeling called to take reversals. As I said to the previous pile, I take reversals only if I feel called to. I also apologize about the glare. I'll try and do something about that in the next reading. Sorry, pile number 3. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. What are your dreams trying to tell you, pile number 3? You know, it seems to me that your dreams, I knew there was a pile that was, okay, I could have bet that there was a pile that was gonna have this very strange reading. This is why I took these, this is why I chose this tarot as well. It's the Everything You Do Is Magic tarot deck, and it's very weird, very psychedelic, very not sure what's going on. So that's probably you, pile number 3, because pile number 1 and 2, I don't know if you were drawn to them. I don't know if you were drawn to either of them as well, but they were very direct. You know, one was about love, the other about career. You know, instantly there was a meaning. But here, not too sure. Okay, so maybe that's one of the major things about your dreams. They're very, very weird, you know, some kind of psychedelic thing, completely out of this world, you know. So maybe, you know, makes sense why you're here. Okay. Yeah, text or email communication. Your unconscious may be urging you to move forward without delay on a project or resolution. We got the Apprentice of Pentacles. The Apprentice is the Page of Pentacles. We've got the World. Oops. And we've got the 10 of Swords. And then the 8 of Swords as your bottom deck. Okay, let me show you the Ten of Swords because there's a glare on it. Oh my god, it's making me think of Bambi. Oh gosh, I mean Bambi's, you know, like Bambi the movie, but yeah, definitely Bambi's mom. Okay. Yeah, maybe you're having really weird dreams, part number 3. Maybe weird dreams that don't really make sense. I think for the majority of you, it's like very, you know, it's like a fantasy world, like psychedelic, you know, some kind of alien, you know, I mean, not alien, but I mean, maybe, we don't know. But yeah, I think it's very weird. I don't know if this is the kind of reading, because, you know, there are some dreams that are messages, but then there are other dreams that is just, you know, manifestation of your subconscious, you know, just, you know, or sometimes some people believe that dreams are portals. It takes you to different worlds. So, you know, there's that feeling of maybe I don't know if you believe in that. I haven't read as much on this, to be honest. I haven't explored this theme as much, so I can't really say if I believe that dreams are portals. But maybe, you know, maybe your soul is traveling, maybe you're jumping timelines or world or different, you know, parallel universe. You know, it's possible. I mean, it's possible, you know, probably that's why your dreams are a bit weird, you know. Now what are you trying to say? I don't know, maybe you're a traveler, part number 3. Maybe you're a soul traveler. Maybe you're like going around and visiting different worlds, different timelines. It's very funny because I've never really pondered on that question before. I had, you know, a question about meanings and traveling, your soul just coming out of your body and just going elsewhere, but I've never really explored this, so it's very weird. It's very strange to be talking about this, but yeah, it's possible. Maybe your dreams are not very significant in a way. Maybe they're just more, you know, you're just doing things in your sleep, you know, your soul is just doing things, your subconscious is just exploring. But I think I'm still going to ask, you know what I'm going to do? Don't tell the others. I'm going to okay. I'm going to ask, I don't know why I'm not, wait. Because I was going to take more tarot cards, but from a different deck. I might just use this one, okay? What are you, just one card. What are your dreams trying to tell you? Pile number 3. Are we on the right path? Or is it something completely different? Because it sounds very, very funny. Honestly, I knew there was a pile. I knew one pile was going to be very weird, very strange, like your dreams, you know, very different to to give an interpretation on. Okay, even more weird. The 10 of Pentacles. What does this mean? That's probably what you're asking yourself, Anna. You wake up and you're like, oh my god, what the hell was this? What does this mean? Okay, the 10 of Pentacles, you know, it's very funny because we've got a world here. So we got in the coin, we've got a world. Oh my god, the focus thing is very annoying in here. Okay, so I think I found a solution. You have to do AF tracking lock. Oh my gosh, I'm learning things. Okay. If you have an iPhone, or I don't know if Samsung does this or other phones, but you can lock your screen for it to focus, and I didn't know that. You have to just double click. It's crazy. I didn't know this. Okay, I love it. Oh my god, I love it. Because it was really annoying every time I was losing focus. Okay, so we've got a coin here. I'm sorry, pile number 3. My little one just woke up, so I had to go see him. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's try this locking thing again. Okay, this is like magic. Yeah, so see, there's this feeling, because you know, magic, you can't really explain magic. Okay, it's lost. Yeah, you can't really explain magic. You know, it's this feeling of you know, so maybe your dreams, you can't really explain them. You know, maybe you're doing crazy things in your dreams, you know. But there's also, with this card, we've got a world on the coin, and then another world, so a world within the world. So yeah, maybe there's this, you know, maybe you're traveling between worlds, or maybe you're, you know, you're doing really cool things in your dreams, or maybe you're outdoors. You know, maybe you're doing all this adventurous thing. So, you know, there's this feeling of, yeah, you know, because here we got the Ace of Swords. So maybe, you know, your body stays put, you know, they stay where they are, but then you go and you travel everywhere, which is very, very cool. So, you know, there's, you know, that's probably what it is. We've got the Magician as well. The Magician, you know, it's about, the Magician, you know, is very connected to the earth, and is also connected to the skies, you know, the spirit world, the, you know, the soul world. So yeah, it's probably that thing, you know, where you always go and travel somewhere in your dreams. But there might be another meaning as well, you know, and the other meaning might be that you're a very adventurous person, in, you know, as you know, your personality is very adventurous. You love doing, you love always doing things, going outdoors, always, even traveling, or, you know, but maybe you've stopped doing that, and your subconscious is urging you to do that. You know, maybe, yeah, you used to travel a lot before, you used to explore things, even in your hometown. You just go out for a walk, or, you know, doing bold things. So maybe you haven't done bold things in a while, and your soul is urging you to do something a bit more exciting. That's why in your dreams you're doing all these amazing, crazy things. So yeah, that is definitely another message that I am getting. You know, I think, you know, I think pile number 3, I think you are, like I said, you can't, you know, maybe when you sit still, you always move your feet. I mean, that suggests anxiety as well, but you have that thing where you need to keep moving, you need to keep doing something. And, you know, with cell phone, it's very interesting, because maybe, you know, screens or something that make it, that end up, you know, we end up staying in one place because of the screen. You know, you sit and watch telly all day, and then you know, you don't do anything else. In a way, you end up traveling in different worlds while watching movies and shows and all this. You're on your phone, and then you end up scrolling all day, you know. So maybe you need to go out a little bit, maybe you need to do exciting things again, you know. I'm not saying, you know, go backpacking around Europe or anything. I'm not saying that. I mean, you might do, who knows, maybe that's what you're meant to do, maybe that's what you really want to do, that's what your subconscious is urging you to do. You know, it will depend, for, you know, for everybody it's going to be a different thing. But I think for all of you, for the majority of you, it's just doing something exciting, getting out of your bed, getting out of the house. It can be trying new things, just trying a new restaurant, trying a new activity, trying making a new dish. You know, it might even be staying inside and doing something different, doing something new. But I think for most of you, it really is going out and, you know, exploring the world, being, you know, letting your inner child take over a little bit. You know, just being this adventurous soul, your adventurous self. I think it's very important, because, you know, it's, you've got, you know, I mean, even if you got multiple lives, I don't know, maybe reincarnation is a thing, but you still got this life. As this person is just one life, I think. But you know, as this person, you need to be able to live your life to the fullest. And yeah, I think that's what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. Your spirit guides, sorry, your dreams. You know, and I think for some of you, yeah, you're just traveling in your dream. You're maybe hopping from world to world, which is very exciting. You're a soul traveler. It's very exciting, pile number 3. This is honestly, don't tell the others, but this was the most exciting one. And I knew there was a pile that was going to be all weird and, you know, very strange at first. Oh my gosh, we got seed. And look at the imagery as well, you know, the circle. I don't know if it's the circle of life. Please correct me in the comments. But yeah, I don't think it's a circle of life, but you know, seed, it's all about new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. Yeah, you know, doing something new, trying new things, getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. Sorry. We've got autumn, bounty and balance. I'm not sure what bounty means, but you know, balancing different hobbies, balancing different interests, you know, not staying on your phone as much, not staying inside or watching telly or doing the same thing as much, you know, just trying different things. I think this is the idea, you know, be adventurous. Pile number 3, that's the main thing. Okay, and these are the gratitude card from the School of Life. And you know, that is the question I want to ask with these cards is, what are your dreams asking you to be grateful of? You know, they might not be asking you to be grateful, but you know, because pile number 1, it was not linked to gratitude, it was something else. But we'll see for you. It isn't what happened to us that counts, but how we choose to tell the story. Okay, yeah, I think let's see what image. Yeah, maybe meeting new people as well, you know, making new friends. You know, maybe for some of you it's just going on a dating app, you know, doing something out of your comfort zone is what is important. You know, how we choose to tell the story isn't what happened to us that counts, but how we choose to tell the story. So doing something different than what you used to do. And yeah, I think that's all, pile number 3. That's your reading. But it was very, very interesting, honestly. Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, what kind of dreams you've been having. I didn't ask that for the 2 previous, but I kind of forgot, but I should have, to be honest. But I'm really curious about your dreams, pile number 3. What kind of dreams you've been having, if you know how weird they've been, or if you think that you're soul traveling. That is actually very amazing if you're doing this. But yeah, definitely let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope to see you in another reading very soon. Bye.